My family and I are riding through the Dutch countryside. We're on our way to Utrecht, a beautiful medieval city that's about 20 minutes by train from Amsterdam. It's a friendly college town, a place where bicycles are the primary form of transportation. We've come here on vacation, and we'll do all the usual tourist stuff later, but right now, we're going to visit Dato, a small company that makes synthesizers for children. Hello. This is the company's headquarters. It's just one large L-shaped room that's been broken down into various work areas. When we first arrive, we're greeted with a small table containing two instruments. The first is Duo, a synthesizer the company released about 8 years ago. The second is Dato Drum, a new instrument that's being released now. My son immediately starts playing with the Duo, pressing buttons, turning knobs. Each time he figures out a new part of the interface, he narrates it.
It doubles the speed for as long as you're holding it down. So like this.
Within a minute or so, he's figured out how to change the notes of the sequence.
Do we change the pattern?
Yeah, like that. So plays random notes for as long as you're holding it down.
Later on, I'll learn that this process of discovery is actually a core part of the company's design philosophy.
It's really about accessibility and being able to play with it without knowledge about music or any preconception about electronic machines. So you can just figure it out. All our design choices always come back to that, like, does this work within that philosophy?
What do you think that does?
It changes how long the notes are.
Yeah.
I like having it all the way up because it just sounds normal.
Over the next few months, my son and I get a chance to really get to know this instrument, as well as the brand new drum. We'll start with the Duo. As you can see, the instrument has two sides, a unique design that allows it to be used by either one or two people. Let's stick with one for the time being. The first side contains an 8-step sequencer, tuned to a minor pentatonic scale. The fact that the Duo is tuned to a specific scale means that all the notes you play are going to be in the same key. You can use these buttons down here to either play notes or to create a pattern. There are controls for changing the tempo, the length of the notes, as well as for changing the key that you're working in. Okay, I think it's time for player 2 to enter. The second side changes the way the instrument sounds. As the sequencer chugs along, reliably playing the same sequence over and over, you're free to mess with the sound by changing the waveform, filtering it, as well as changing the release time. Probably my favorite control is the detune, which adds a second voice into the mix. In addition to these controls, there are a number of temporary performance effects: note accent, glide, delay, as well as bit crusher, speed boost, and randomizer. Okay, so that's the Duo. Now let's talk about the drum. Unboxing this thing is a treat. All of Dato's products are built right there in that space in Utrecht. And while we were there, they showed us the actual process of putting one of these together, from constructing the box to adding cables to assembling the actual unit.
How long does it take to make like one?
About 15 minutes.
Not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. We came from like a bit over an hour to 15 minutes.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you're doing them one at a time, presumably.
Yeah, we're doing them one at a time. Yeah.
So as you may have guessed from its name, the Dato drum is a drum machine. It of course adopts the same design language as its older sibling, and it's every bit as easy to use. Unlike traditional beatboxes, the patterns on the drum are laid out in circular fashion. There are 4 channels, and each concentric ring represents a different drum sound. The Dato drum uses samples, and you can change what drum sounds are assigned to a given channel using these buttons. Apparently, you can even load your own samples onto it via USB, although I haven't tried that yet. Once you've chosen samples that you like, you can change their pitches using these sliders here. I'm just going to put together a quick beat. Now let's add some bass drum hits. Next, there's a sort of miscellaneous slot. Right now it seems like it's assigned to some sort of wood block. Some hi-hats. Next, I'm just going to rinse and repeat, trying out different rhythms and samples until I have something that doesn't sound like nonsense. That's not bad. Of course, the drum can also be synced to the Duo, and for me that's where the magic really happens. As with the Duo, here there are also a bunch of temporary performance effects. There's a low-pass filter, a repeater, a bit crusher, as well as a randomizer. I'm going to turn the synthesizer back up. While these two are synced, I can turn this knob here and it will make this sequencer run at half speed. I'm also going to simplify this beat. Let's add the claps back in. So yeah, between these two devices, drums and bass, you've pretty much got everything you need to make a dance track. The drum even comes with a handy cheat sheet to help you make beats from famous subgenres of electronic music. For me, a large part of the appeal of these instruments is their unconventional design. So colorful and inviting. But it wasn't always this way. During our visit, I talked with the folks from Dato about the origins of these instruments. They took me through the design process, starting with their earliest prototypes.
We really like to have an iterative approach, so start user testing ourselves with things as quickly as possible. Like we saw that even just having something like this with lights running down this line was quite fun already. So then we progressed and started doing cardboard and wooden mock-ups.
Yeah, that's quite beautiful, actually.
I mean, if you look closely, it's
paper.
not that much. It's just paper.
Very
and,
few.
I mean, the bottom still looks pretty much like this and
Sure.
hot glue.
Once they had a cardboard design they liked, they graduated to metal. I learned that early versions actually had signal flow diagrams and used traditional synthesizer terminology, something the designers quickly discovered actually got in the way of people understanding how the instrument worked.
We chose to remove that thanks to user testing because we saw people didn't get it.
In the end, they opted for friendly but descriptive icons, a design language that gives users hints as to what a control will do, while still leaving some room for discovery. The drum underwent a similar evolution as the team experimented with different materials. They finally settled on this green outer shell, which is made entirely of recycled materials.
You're gonna try one of the other beats?
I'm gonna try Gabber.
My son's choice of gabber seems fitting. After all, that's a genre that originated in the Netherlands.
That's cool.
A thing I really like about these instruments is how much they're a product of electronic music culture. They remind me a bit of the origin story of acid house music. After all, that entire genre was really just the product of some young, cash-strapped musicians messing around with the early groove boxes of the 80s and, in so doing, discovering that the sequencer itself could be a musical instrument. Instead of changing the notes that were being played on the fly, they performed by starting the pattern and then subtly, or sometimes not so subtly, changing the timbre of notes in real time. Basically exactly what my son and I are doing right here in this jam. And yeah, these two devices feel like they're part of that same legacy. Not only are they designed to produce sounds that would be right at home on someone's 12-inch dance record, but if you look at the Duo, you can see that those two core functions, defining a sequence and then messing with the instrument's timbre, are built right into the design of the device. Of course, the fact that the Duo is tuned to a minor pentatonic scale means that almost any note you play is going to sound okay, because at the very least it will be in the same key. But if one ever grows tired of those training wheels, you can of course hook it up to a regular MIDI keyboard and use it as a regular synth. You can also hook it up to an external sequencer. Okay, I think that's it. I want to thank the lovely folks at Dato for welcoming us in Utrecht, as well as for producing such unique instruments. See you soon!